Alrighty everyone, welcome back. It is now November 17th of 2023, and the Marvels, well, let's just face the facts here. It doesn't look like it's going to have any kind of a rebound or recovery at the box office, and those like Brie Larson and director Nia DaCosta, along with Kevin Feige, the Marvel Studios boss, and really producer of all things Marvel, is absolutely losing it when it comes to what's been happening with the overall process of this film, receiving endless criticism and backlash from the hardcore Marvel fans at heart. This is Mike Zero. Subscribe if you're new and like this video to see future updates. I'm also on Twitter at Mike01. I thank you also very much for the great and kind support. Now, we know that Nia DaCosta is another fine example of someone in the Hollywood bubble that cannot take criticism very well, someone that attacks the fan base and lashes out against them, and really holds no kind of value in their work based on what they did with this movie that would have an impact on the Marvel fan base. Now, we know that Marvel has been in a downward spiral in different segments for quite a long time right now, right? We know that a lot of Marvel fans are kind of walking away, very similar to how Star Wars fans are walking away from all things Star Wars by Disney. You know, you're always going to have some fans that support the stuff by Disney, and that's fine and all. Everyone is open to their own opinion. I support that. But at the same exact time, we have to acknowledge the facts here that the productivity of these movies and these TV shows and everything and everyone that's behind them have been declining for years now. And I think that 2023 is a fine example as well of how bad Disney really has become. So when it comes down to Nia DaCosta, this is where things get really interesting about her stance on the fans. Now, with the Marvels director Nia DaCosta recently let go and fired from multiple directing opportunities via Disney for Disney Plus Marvel shows, we talked about this yesterday, one major development has to do with her stance with the ongoing criticism of the Marvels and the box office celebration of its failure via the fans. So a lot of fans are celebrating the failure of this in Disney's eyes, that's how they see it at least. Now, Nia delivered the following. I just think it's all disgusting behavior, and I just try to choose the side of the light and roll with the punches. But fans, especially of the Marvel Universe, really need to shut up and keep quiet because their loud opinions are nothing more than just biased takes that don't help anybody or anyone. Those that enjoy celebrating failure are the problem in this world, and it's a problem that we are dealing with this release. Call it what you want, but it's just the offended male demographic that wants to have leading men in their comic book films. And it's something that is just not only childish in nature, but also flat out offensive to me as a director who supports women and supports equality. I am no stranger to this criticism. I see it every day, and I just try to let those biased opinions bounce off me like nothing, since you can't take biased takes seriously. They are going to go nowhere and don't help you as a creator to begin with. Look, I will admit, this production was a tough one. Was it difficult? Yes, for sure, but I believe we still made a fabulous product. We aimed this film toward women, and we have no clue why there are so many reports suggesting that women hold no interest in a film like this. I think the problem is the fans. Though loud and very entitled, they can make themselves seem like the majority by misguiding the fans that may want to actually see a film like this. Like I said before, these types of fans don't belong here. They don't belong in the theater, and they certainly don't belong in my mind to worry about. Now guys, let me just stop here quick. Now, we know that Nia DaCosta is someone that is another insufferable out there in Hollywood. Let's just call it what it is, but it is. She is another example of someone that just refuses to take any kind of level of criticism. She could have acted like a professional. She could have just stood there and said, you know, I understand the fans' takes on this and how a portion of the fandom is so, very much into the Marvel Universe, very passionate about the core material, the source material, stuff like that. Look, guys, we gotta realize what they did in this movie. They already gender swapped one of the villains in the Marvels. I mean, that really just goes to show you exactly what Marvel loves to keep doing, and to be more specific, what Disney loves to keep actually pursuing. And a lot of this, you have to blame the top shareholders. BlackRock, Vanguard, State Street, etc. they really are behind all the funding of all the Disney nonsense. I mean, they really are like the weed of the problem. Now, the thing about Nia DaCosta is that she really holds no remorse, seemingly, about what this movie is. Now, for those of you that saw the movie and liked it, look, I'm not going to stand here and say you don't belong here. Everyone belongs here to have a rightful opinion, and if you liked it, you liked it. Look, that's fine. I get that. I, myself, did not like this movie. I thought it was atrocious. I'm sure a lot of you out there will agree, and some of you will disagree, and that's okay. But what's interesting about that is the fact that Nia DaCosta is trying to make it like this movie is failing because of what she calls a toxic male demographic, because of how males only want to see, males on the big screen. How claiming that we only want to see strong men on the big screen as superheroes is just outlandish and unrealistic. I've labeled multiple, examples like Kill Bill in the past, as well as a lot of others out there, like Ellen Ripley and Sarah Connor. I mean, there's so many powerful female roles that just come along naturally. So she concludes, "I choose the side of the light," she said this again, "and that means standing up for what I believe is right. Women deserve a fair chance in this industry, and I was more than proud to use this film to make an example of that for the superhero brand. I can't thank Kevin Feige enough for giving me this chance to express myself as a director. And both Megan and Elisa have been more than supportive of my directing decisions. Working with Brie was also a gem, as we nearly agreed on everything wrong with a part of this fandom that tries to ruin the fun for others. We both saw this coming a mile away. These are the fans that celebrate failure with a film not meeting expectations financially, and it's just horrid. I hope everything changes someday and that they can find themselves better for what's right in the industry." So, again, I don't think the fans are directly celebrating the failure of this film just because. It's more or less about the fact that their passion is broken from the Marvel Universe, and they want to see a level of failure that would force, perhaps, Disney and Marvel Studios to put themselves in a better position. That's basically what it kind of equals to. Fans just don't want to watch this fail just for the sake of watching it fail. They want to see this reach a level of a new low so that maybe, just maybe, Marvel Studios would wake up and make better content. And that's about it. That's how I see things, at least, and that's how a lot of fans here in the comments have expressed themselves as well. So what's interesting about that is that Nia DaCosta is not going to stop, seemingly, from attacking the fan base, from blaming a supposed male demographic that is toxic in nature, and it really is, once again, a poor attempt at damage control by Disney. I'm surprised that Disney is just letting Nia DaCosta, loose, off the leash, doing whatever she wants to do with PR for this movie. But anyway, I would like to hear what you guys have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel, and I will catch you guys later.